and welcome back to another Parts Factory Australia installation tutorial video. Guys, we're back out in the farm and we're working on one of these scrap your cars here. We've got your 011 to 2015 Hyundai Elantra. Specifically, guys, we're going to be swapping out the clock spring. They are cross compatible with a few other cars as well. Might list them in the description of this video, but if you did need them, guys, don't forget anything that we're doing a tutorial video on Parts Factory Australia, we also stock it. They're $78.30, free express post anywhere in Australia. And guys, if you are an international customer, yes, we have FedEx available on checkout, so you can always select that and get it delivered to your door, guys. Then once you've got the part, use this tutorial to learn how to install it yourself. Guys, it's going to save you literally upwards of $500 to $600. That's what we're all about here at Parts Factory Australia, guys, saving you money. Alrighty, so I'm expecting this one to take about 20 minutes. Clock springs aren't exactly the easiest job, but they definitely aren't the hardest either. Number one most important thing when doing clock springs though is realize you're working with airbags. They are electrically triggered, guys, so you can mitigate some of the risk by disconnecting the negative terminal on the battery. This is a must do, but just remember when you are working with the driver's side horn pad, if you were to throw it on the ground or maybe use an electric rattle gun, etc., you could trigger it and get a nice airbag to the face. So definitely don't want to be doing anything of the such. Alrighty guys, expect this one to take about 15 minutes. Let's jump straight into it, eh? Alrighty guys, in order to get to the clock spring that's behind the steering wheel, the first things first, we need to get this horn pad off. Now, this is probably the hardest part of the job because basically on each side of the steering wheel, there's a little hole. You need to use something like this to push in there, and basically you push on two pins. Now, I'll demonstrate. There are two holes on each side. It's the smaller hole, putting our little screwdriver looking thing into the hole. You will basically be able to feel around until you find something metallic, and when you push on that metallic piece, this horn pad will pop up a bit. Often this is the most frustrating part of any horn pad. You can bring it up into the air if you wish. Continue doing it that way. Yep, there it goes. You see how I brought it up into the air and it's literally just popped out there. And let's try it on this side, guys. We just, remember it's the little hole, not the big one. Once I get this horn pad off, I'm gonna have a quick look so that we actually know what we're targeting. Maybe a flat blade screwdriver would get this done a bit quicker, I think. Yeah, so I did just get it on that side as well. Yeah, so that's the bottom now, and then I'm hoping it's the same. Yep, there you go there. See how it's 3 clips and it just pops out. So not too bad at all, actually. I've definitely done worse than that before. Alrighty guys, so you've got this white little plug that needs to be unplugged, and then you got this orange little one, which you can just pop up that orange tab. We're gonna pop it out of this little little wire kind of organizer, and then yeah, you can just pop this straight out of the thing. All right, move your horn pad out of the way. And then we can grab our steering wheel and bring it back to straight position. It's very important that it's in the straight position. And then yeah, I'm gonna go grab a nice 20 or 19 mil and undo the steering wheel. I'll show you how to do that. Alrighty guys, I just wanted to quickly show you the Parts Factory equivalent. I've brought it out here just to demonstrate that they are an OEM replica. So basically this little white plug will plug into there, and then of course this clock spring is gonna go onto this car. So it's a 21 mil. We're going to undo that bolt, and then we're going to pull the steering wheel off, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, so I'm just going to undo the steering wheel here like so, but then you want to leave that bolt on just a couple threads, because then you then grab the steering wheel, give it a twist until you feel it come loose like so, and you want to unplug that white plug because that's going to be your steering wheel controls, and then of course you take your steering wheel off like so, pulling it forward gently. You can put that over to your left. Alrighty guys, so it's now time to go and grab a Phillips head screwdriver, because you're going to be undoing this, pulling this off, and then pulling the clock spring off. Alrighty guys, so undo these 2 Phillips heads here. 1 and 2. Remember, we're going to try and keep all these Phillips heads and screws and nuts close by, and then you can just pop up on that, pull down on this one. I mean, if that wants to come out, it can. I know it's pretty better off just sitting there. If you can remove it without removing everything, you want to, because less work. So you got a trim on the top, you can just pop up and it pops out like so. And then usually the rest is just clip in, guys. Yep, I can see 2 little clips here. Push down on them, even with a bit of a tool. So you got that little, these tabs here, you can just push down. And yeah, this whole thing's about to pop off, guys, which is really great. Good design. Like so. So it's coming forward. Just getting a bit of tension from the back. We may need to pull this trim off because it's there's a few plugs there that are getting in the way. All right, let's see if we can pull down on this trim without breaking anything. Just want to see. I think there's a Phillips head screw somewhere up in here. You can undo that, and you'll be able to get in here a lot easier. Yeah, so there's one Phillips head screw just here, and then that trim will drop off, making it a lot easier to access the clock spring. And then of course now the clock spring's just chilling out. You got a plug down here. Try and undo the white one first. We'll leave the yellow one to last, because that is your main airbag one. And now you can pull forward, rotate around. You can visually have a look at this clock spring. They're not always easy to undo, but that one was nice and easy. Just push in there and push that direction. And guys, there you go. There's your clock spring removed from the car. So guys, as you can see, we do sell the OEM replicas. So they literally just go straight back on, click them in, and that's it, guys. The same little plug plugs into the thing, and of course, yellow in and whatnot. Guys, I'm not going to be putting this beautiful brand new clock spring on this scrap car. I'm going to be putting this one back on. But one little thing, once you've got it all centered and everything's nice and straight, that is when you pull the blue pin, pop it off, and that way everything's free to go. And yeah, happy days at that point. Alrighty guys, so now it's time to do the exact same procedure, but in reverse. So let's plug Mr. Yellow plug in first, and then white. Should hear an audible click. Oh, don't forget, we've got to do the white one after we've got this back on. Just like so. White plug like that, clicking it all into place, straightening it back up to dead center. Now it's time to put our big trim back on. So you can just bring it all back up like so. Little trim piece on the bottom also comes back up. I guess the point of this is to like make it look nice. So let's get this done nice and properly. So it all just clips in like so. Don't forget, you got the Phillips head underneath. You got the 2 at the front, which do majority of the support for it, so that it's not going to pop off in the future. And then obviously get that clock spring nice and straight. Your steering wheel still straight like it was before. You tuck the airbag plug straight through. Clock spring is straight. At this point, that's when you pull that blue tab, and then you can just keep that clock spring nice and straight. And steering wheel on. Remember, you've got a white plug for your steering wheel controls, and then you've got this little one for the horn as well. So a lot of people will be here to fix the horn. I know that that's quite a common thing on these cars, caused by the clock spring. Guys, nice and tight like so, and then you can bring your horn pad over, plugging it back in as you can expect. It's looking like it goes in what way? Oh yeah. So there is a little male-female component to that, so just establish that, and then everything else is pretty self-explanatory, guys. You just cruise around, big push, locks it in place, and that's your horn pad finished. Alrighty guys, I hope everything has gone nice and smooth with your Hyundai Elantra clock spring install. It did end up being pretty easy. Realistically, I know for a fact the only part you'll struggle is probably getting that horn pad off at the start. Believe me, we all do, especially the first time. Alrighty guys, don't forget, if you need the part, you know where to go. And if you can, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You never know when you're gonna need more assistance doing DIY repairs on your own cars at home. Alrighty guys, my name's Lucas. Thanks for watching another Parts Factory Australia installation tutorial video. I'll see you next time.